Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves? Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves? Would anyone else like to introduce themselves today?
Krishna Mataji, thank you for joining from Saudi Arabia and to all the devotees. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Sudhakar Prabhu, thank you so much for joining us and giving us your most valuable association, Prabhuji. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Ji Priti Vilasini Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us and giving us your valuable association. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Thank you all so much for joining us and giving us your most valuable association. Today we will continue our series on Tattva Sandarbha, and we have His Grace Venu Gopal Prabhu with us. But before we head into this session, I would like to welcome everybody and read the quote of Srila Prabhupada for today. So Srila Prabhupada on 17 November 1972 says, these four principles: always think of Krishna, become Krishna's devotee, worship Krishna, and offer your respectful obeisances to Krishna. That's all. This is Krishna consciousness. So thank you all so much for joining us and giving us your most valuable association on this day. And we have His Grace Venu Gopal Prabhu, who will continue the series on Tattva Sandarbha. So Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I welcome all of you for today's session. So today we are going to have Tattva Sandarbha session 2 summary. So in the last class, we discussed Mangalacharana slokas. So in that Mangalacharana slokas, we have learned who is eligible for studying the Sandarbhas. Sri Krishna Charana Bhajanai Kabilashavan. That person who is interested in worshipping lotus feet of the Lord, he is the person eligible to study these Sandarbhas. Anyasmai Shapatorpitaha. He is saying, Jiva Goswami is saying, if anyone is not interested in doing worship of Sri Radha Krishna, then for them it is not necessary to read this. So that is the message. That means Adhikari he defined. And what is the Vishaya? What is the subject matter of this book? That is being said in the last sloka of the Mangalacharana. Yasya brahmeti sanyam kochitapi nigame yati chinmatra satta Pyamsho yasyam shikai swai vibhovati vashayanneva maya pumamcha Ekam yasyaiva rupam velasati paramavyomini narayanakyam sa Sri Krishna vidattam swayamiha Bhagavan prema tatpada bhaja. So we understood Vishaya Shat Sandarbhas is a book actually. This book is telling about whom? This book is telling about Krishna. So, what kind of Krishna? Krishna, he is the one who is also known as Brahman. Brahmeti Sanya. That means he is getting that means Krishna is also known as Brahman in some places of the scriptures. Yes, we do see in various Upanishads, we do see absolute truth is nothing but Krishna, and he is denoted as Brahman. So that means this book is telling about Krishna, who is also known as Brahman. That means about Brahman also you will be learning in this book. And same Krishna is having the multiple potencies and multiple part and parcels. So one of that is Purusha, Uman. So Purusha Avataras. Using this Purusha Avatara, he is controlling Maya and Jivatma. So Purusha Avataras also nothing but what? Paramatma. So this Krishna is controlling Maya and Jiva in various levels. In the form of Karanarnava Sai Vishnu, in the form of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, in the form of Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. These three are nothing but Paramatma only. So one is controlling Prakriti directly, that is Karanarnava Sai Vishnu. And when he glances on that, many Brahmandas are produced, and he is entering into that Brahmanda in the form of the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is also controlling entire Brahmanda, Maya and Jiva. Paramatma means, simple definition of Paramatma means, the one who controls Maya and Jiva is known as Paramatma. Is there any Paramatma in the spiritual world? There is no Paramatma. In spiritual world, there is no Paramatma because there is no need of any controlling of Maya there. So Paramatma generally participates in Srishti Leelas. So how to manifest this material world? That job is taken by Paramatma. So glancing on Prakriti, then after that entering into the each Brahmanda and producing Virat Purusha from there. Then after that, so he is further expanding into in the form of Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, and so he is entering into the every Jiva's heart and controlling there also. So like this, in the various levels, this Paramatma is manifesting and controlling Maya and Jiva. Who is this Paramatma? This Paramatma is also nothing but Krishna only. So the Krishna who is known as Brahman in Shastras, and Krishna who is also known as Paramatma in the Shastras, Krishna is also known as Bhagavan, Narayana. So he is appearing in the form of Narayana. Paramavyomni Narayanakyam Yasyaiva Rupam Vilasati. He is also Narayana, and Narayana is the Bhagavan. But Swayam Bhagavan, who is the Swayam Bhagavan? Swayam Bhagavan is Sri Krishna. Narayana is also Bhagavan. Bhagavan means the one who possesses the six opulences. Aishwaryasya Viryasya Samagrasya Yashashriyoho Gnana Vairagyaschapi Sharnam Bhaga iti Ingana. Aishwarya, Virya, Yashah, Shriyaha. All these six opulences who are possessing, he is Bhagavan. But Swayam Bhagavan is Krishna. So Krishna is being described in this book, who is also known as Brahman, who is also known as Paramatma, who is also known as Bhagavan. Okay. That means Brahma Sandarbha, Bhagavan Sandarbha, Paramatma Sandarbha. Because Krishna is only Krishna only, these three. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan is nothing but who? Krishna. Swayam Bhagavan is Krishna there. That Krishna only is Brahman and Krishna. Is there any difference? No difference. Brahman and Paramatma and Krishna, is there any difference? No difference. Only one personality only. These three are one personality only. Like one person, so he is called as father by his son, and he is called as husband by his wife, and he is called as his son for his mother. But son, father, and husband, all are one person only. Na? Yes or no? So similarly, Krishna is only the absolute truth. He is only the one. And about him only is discussed in this book. But that same Krishna is manifesting in the form of Brahman for someone, or is appearing otherwise. Is appearing as Brahman, is appearing as Paramatma, and he is also appearing as Bhagwan for various people. So, like you can see,
We can't hear Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Now we
Now
can
you
hear
are able
you.
to hear.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
How can you hear if I don't speak?
Yes, Prabhu.
This person is son for mother, husband for wife, father for child. Yes. Same Krishna is Brahman for someone, and he is Paramatma for another one, and he is Bhagavan. For whom he is Brahman? Same person is appearing as Brahman. For whom? Tell me.
Gnanis.
Jnanis. For whom he is appearing as Paramatma?
Yogi.
Yogis. For whom he is appearing as Bhagavan?
Bhaktas.
Devotees.
Bhaktas. Okay. Why he is appearing as Brahman? For him. Why he is appearing as Paramatma? Why is it? Why not? Everyone is saying same one, same personality, but they are seeing him as Brahman. Jnanis are seeing him as Brahman. Yogis are seeing him as Paramatma. Bhaktas are seeing as Bhagavan. Why?
According
What
to
is the
the
difference
different
between
degrees
these?
of bhakti.
Huh? Sundaranand
They
Prabhu.
desired that Prabhuji.
I want to raise the hands. I want all of you to raise the hands. Tell me, Prabhu.
Yeah, because they're attracted to that particular feature of the Supreme Lord. That's why he's appearing like that for them.
So, okay, I will make my question more clear by giving one more example. There is a hill. On this hill, there are so many trees are there. Big, big trees. Achha, trees, not the humans. Big, big trees are there. And also, so many waterfalls are there. And animals are there. And also, fruit trees. Like this, many things are there on this hill. Someone who is very far from this hill, he is seeing what? He is seeing this hill as one simple object. One simple object without any. So, seeing the features of this hill. So, what kind of trees are there? What kinds of animals and how many waterfalls are there? They are not able to see that. But someone who came little close. So, someone who came little close to this hill, so he is able to see, oh, some big, big trees, so which are very big. So something greenish he is able to see. That means this person is able to see few attributes of that hill, like greenish trees, attributes of hill. But someone who came very close to this hill, and he is able to see everything. He is seeing, oh, mango trees are there. Oh, this, so deers are jumping here. And oh, this, so like this for him, he's seeing all the varieties of that hill. Many varieties of hill he is seeing. Okay? Why it is? And these three people, same person you think, he is here, or someone is little near, and someone. So they have vision is clear only. But why they are seeing, they don't have any defect in their eyes. So why they are seeing like this? What is the making difference between these three personalities to see this hill indifferently? What is the reason? Tell me. No. Okay. Sukha, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, is it because of the different levels of realizations of the
Huh?
absolute truth? The different level of realizations of the absolute truth?
I am asking these three people are seeing differently this hill. Why?
Yeah, because they have different realizations of the three different aspects of the absolute
Why?
truth.
Why I am asking? Why different?
That is because, I mean, is it right to say of their ignorance at some level?
Ignorance? They are all good people only. I am
Yeah, but
asking hill. Okay, no problem.
okay, thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you for trying. So, Gail, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that, yes, while it is true they have different levels of realization,
No,
but,
I am. Are Mataji, first tell me
no, I
about
know,
hill.
but no, I'm just saying it's because it's the different levels of Sukriti.
Oh, I am not asking Sukriti. All these are all big terms. I don't know. I am simple question I am asking. So
They have,
these three people are seeing the hill. About hill, I am asking.
oh, you're asking about Hill or the absolute truth? Which one?
Hill. H-A-L.
Yeah, because
Hill.
they're at different levels of distance.
The simple question. They
Yeah,
are
but
having
we were thinking that you're asking really about absolute truth and that you're just using Hill as analogy.
No, hill I am using. First, I want answer from hill. Then I will take you to there actually and get that.
Okay,
Okay.
we're jumping the gun. Yeah, so it's distance. There are different distances from the hill, so they have different levels of detail of perception.
Yes, their perception. That means there is no defect in their vision, but
No.
they are they are standing in different distances and
Yeah.
seeing that hill. Distance is varying from one person to another person, and this distance is making the difference in seeing that object. Yes or no?
Yeah, that's the obvious thing.
Yes, I am asking this. So now, in the place of hill, you keep Krishna. So one person who is here is there, he is seeing him as Brahman, and another person is here, and he is seeing him as Paramatma, and one person is there very close to him, and he is seeing him as Bhagavan. So Paramatma means he is seeing the. So Brahman means he is not seeing any attributes of no attributes, no attributes of Krishna he is seeing. Just something is there, that's all. Kinchidasti. He is not seeing. This person is not seeing any attributes of Krishna. This is Krishna. And this is person X, Y, and Z. So X is seeing Krishna as Brahman means he is not at all seeing any attributes. Like a person who is standing very far, so he is not at all seeing any features of the hill, just is seeing something round shape is there, something like that. So person who is come, that means this person Y is seeing Krishna's few features. What features he is seeing? Paramatma means nothing but what? Seeing the two potencies mainly. Main only one potency. That is that. So controlling ability of controlling power. Controlling of Maya and Jiva. So Maya Jiva Niyantritva Shakti. So that means whoever is seeing Krishna as Paramatma means he is seeing some potencies of Krishna. Like here, the person Y, he is seeing this middle person, he is seeing some features of the hill, like a greenishness. So that much he is seeing. So of big trees in that hill. Similarly, so the one who is realizing Paramatma, he is seeing some features of Krishna. What feature? The controlling feature of Maya and Jiva. And but the person who is coming, so who is this Jad? So that means Bhakta. He is seeing all the features of Krishna. So that means all six opulences. All six opulences he is seeing. Okay. So what is making the difference to see like this? Of only one object, like one hill is seen by three people differently. Similarly, here one Krishna is seen differently. So what is making the difference? Here the distance made the difference. And here what is making? I want this answer. So Ankita Mataji.
Hare
Tell me.
Krishna Chaudhary.
Hare
The
Krishna.
different degrees of bhakti in their heart.
Very good. So any explanation? How it makes the difference? Yes. You want to explain that?
No,
Vasundhara.
Prabhu.
Hare
Different
Krishna
degrees of.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mother.
Okay. Is it their understanding or the knowledge of the absolute truth?
Understanding. Yeah. Why that understanding is different? What is the reason? Okay. Praladanand Prabhu.
Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji. Bhagavan Krishna says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tansathe bhajamyam. So he reciprocates accordingly, according to the sambandh the jiva has. This
So
is what
yeah.
my understanding is.
So what is the making difference between all these three? So ye yatha mam we are saying. So as the way we reciprocate with Krishna, so Krishna also reciprocates the same way. So here reciprocation is changing in Krishna's dealings. Krishna is giving the different reciprocation with these three. So what is making these three different?
Isn't
Yeah,
it
first.
there sambandh with him, is seeing him
Sambandha.
as...
Yeah, Sambandha is varying. So on what basis Sambandha is varying?
Wow.
Okay, no problem. So Gail Mataji.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sambandha is varying according to one's level of devotional service.
Yeah.
Or
That means what kind of levels of devotion they have? Tell me. So Brahman, Jnanis, Brahman.
yeah,
That means
that
they have what kind of devotion? And Paramatma, that means yogis and bhaktas.
yeah, they worship Krishna at
Jnanis.
various levels of personal, like the yogis, they have very impersonal, they're attracted to the impersonal feature. So, their devotional service.
Yeah, you are saying different levels of devotion. So Jnani's devotion is what? Yogi's devotion is what? And Bhakta's devotion is what?
The Gyani's devotion is minimal. It's because because of their conception of the absolute.
They have devotion, Jnanis.
Yeah, they do. They have to have some level of devotion to the personal aspect, even though that's not their attraction. Otherwise, their practice won't be fruitful for even attaining the Brahmajyoti. So some minimal level of devotion to the personal aspect of
Naishkarmyamapyachyuta bhavavarjitam nasobhate jnanamalam niranjanam. Yes. So this is a sloka. You are saying very rightly. So Narada Muni is saying to Vyasdev, Naishkarmyamapyachyuta bhavavarjitam nasobhate jnanamalam niranjanam. So even the Brahman, that means knowledge about the Brahman, is not going to give any Brahman realization until unless if it is not supported by Achyuta Bhava, that means Bhakti. That means Jnanis also must have Bhakti little bit, so towards the Krishna, absolute truth. Then only they can get Brahman realization. So they have very minimal, very little Bhakti they have. That means little Bhakti. And yogis?
They have more than
what kind of how they have bhakti? Tell me. How can
well,
you say they have bhakti?
They are worshiping the they are also worshiping personal aspect of Krishna, but
what kind of bhakti anga they perform? Tell me.
What kind of bhakti? Meditation on his personal aspect.
Smaranam.
Yeah.
So they have, they are meditating on the Paramatma. And what is that meditation? That's a smaranam. So yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So when they do the dhyana, that means it's a smaranam. And when they do, they are getting the attraction towards him. And but they stop that attraction and they try to get only the opulence. They want to enjoy. So smaranam is one of the bhakti anga they perform, and they don't have such a bhakti which is pure. No. Okay, but if you come to that means they have some better bhakti than the jnanis. They have better bhakti than the jnanis. But when you come to the bhaktas, then
now they actually want to please the
yes, bhaktas, they want to please. That means anyabhilashtasuni. Especially if we come to the pure devotional service. So in the pure devotional service also, there are the two types. Yes. What are those two?
There's, I think, are you referring to Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti?
Yes, Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga. So these bhaktas, so they are also seeing Krishna, and some are seeing as Narayana in Vaikuntha, and some are seeing him as Rama in Ayodhya, and someone is seeing him as Krishna in Dwaraka, and someone is seeing him as Yashoda Nandan in Vrindavan. So what is the difference between these three? These four. So first three are in Vaidhi Bhakti. That means they are worshipping the Lord with the rules and regulations given as per the Shastra. And if they worship Vishnu with the Vaidhi Bhakti, then they go to the Vaikuntha. And if they worship Rama with the Vaidhi Bhakti, then they go to Ayodhya. And if they worship Krishna, if they worship Krishna with Vaidhi Bhakti, that means they entered into the Vaidhi Bhakti, and even after the Bhava and other stages also, they didn't leave the Vaidhi sadhana. So then Bhava is appearing from the Vaidhi and also Ragan. And Vaidhi Bhakti, if they continue, so they don't change to the Raganu Bhakti and they continue Vaidhi Bhakti, then they are going to realize. So That means they can become what? Pattamahishis, wives of Krishna, or otherwise friend in Dwaraka, otherwise father like Yashoda Maya and Devaki and Vasudev. If Vaidhi Bhakti is continued, then they will be always in the Aishwarya Bhava only. Their Aishwarya Bhava is not taken out. Then that is not covered. Then they will be sort of going back to the Dwaraka. But if you want to Goloka, then what you have to do? You have to come more close. Someone should come more close to the absolute truth. Absolute truth is what? Absolute truth is nothing but Krishna, who is having the two hands and two legs, and who is nothing but the Yashodanandan. He is the original form of the absolute truth. Absolute truth he is only. But as much as you go distance from him, you will be seeing him in different ways. So different levels actually. All Rama, Vishnu, all are here. They are all, but you see, like a peacock feather is there. So if you take a peacock feather, and if you see there is a prime color, there is a one prime color, and but if you see this feather in many angles, and you will be seeing this into the different colors. Sometimes you will see the yellow, red, black, and so violet, like this. But it is having one main color. Similarly, what is the main form of absolute truth? What is that main form of absolute truth? That is so Yashodan. So Krishna in Goloka is the origin, is the beginning, is the main. And then so many expansions. That means he is realized. So as much as you go away from him, so you'll be realizing indifferently. If you are with a very little bhakti, you are seeing him as Brahman. If you get little more bhakti, you'll see him Paramatma. If you come with a little close, then more close even than that, then seeing the white Narayana in Vaikuntha. And like that. So the most, that means the Raganu Bhakti will make him Ragatmika Bhakta. When Raganu Bhakti is successful and it is turned into its ultimate, then it will be Ragatmika Bhakti. And in this also, once again, Raganu Bhaktas also, even the closeness is there. So difference in the closeness. That means you have more Bhakti means you are more close. You are more close to them. So even these four, Raganuga Bhakti is also four types. Two types mainly, Kamanuga and Sambandhanuga. Kamanuga is also, so is what? It will turn into the Kamarupa Ragatmika Bhakti. I think you all of you know this. So I am just mentioning from the NOD. And Sambandhanuga Bhakti is also once again, so into three types. So what is that? Vatsalya, Sakhya and Dasya. So these three are coming under the Sambandhanuga Raganuga Bhakti. If you practice that, then you will be you'll be getting the Sambandha Rupa Ragatmika Bhakti. And so these three are the Dasya Bhava is little far. Among these four, if you see, so which is close? Kamarupa Ragatmika Bhaktas are more close. Like Manjaris, Gopis, and Srimati Radharani, all are Kamarupa Ragatmika Bhaktas. And among these also, there are once again gradations. So based upon the bhava, based upon their lila, that means sattvika vikaras, the manifestation of the vikaras, you can once again categorize these. So ultimately, what is the difference? The amount of closeness is only that means the amount of bhakti. In the physical example, in the case of the hill, what is the difference? The amount of distance is making the difference in their realizations. Similarly, in the case of if you see here, so in this case, so the amount of the devotion is making the difference to realize the absolute truth differently. Okay. So we want to become more and more close as Rupanugas. We are all whose followers? Rupa Goswami's followers. And we want to do the closest bhakti. That means we have to do such a bhakti, want to become more close to him. That is the Kamarupa, Ragatmika bhakti. That we want to achieve. In that also Manjari. So you will be explained in these 6 Sandarbhas. This Krishna can be realized as Brahman. So that's a Brahman feature is explained. In which Sandarbha? Bhagavad Sandarbha. And this Krishna is also realized as Bhagavan. That means the possessor of 6 appearances. That both Brahman feature and Bhagavan feature both are explained in Bhagavad Sandarbha. Brahman and Bhagavan, both features. And next, this same Krishna is realized as Paramatma, and it is being explained in Paramatma Sandarbha. And so Krishna is only the Swayam Bhagavan. Krishna is only the original personality. That too, Vrindavan Krishna is only the original personality. And that means, what do you think? So other forms are all duplicate. It's not that. They are also real only. But only the thing is, like in the fika feather, you have original color, main color. But when you tilt it and you will be seeing the different colors. Similarly, what is the main? So that's the original means here main. You can take like that. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. That means Narayana, Rama, and others also Bhagavan. But they are all not Swayam Bhagavan. They are Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. They are all avatars. They are all expansions of the Krishna. But originally, who is the Bhagavan? Krishna. So that is being said in the Krishna Sandarbha. Okay, like this now. Huh?
Sorry, Prabhu, I thought your internet was weak. I felt like that. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. So, next, we are understanding Krishna as Brahman. Krishna is only Bhagavan. Krishna is only Paramatma. Krishna is only the Swayam Bhagavan. So, after understanding this, if you want to realize this, understanding is different. Like you can understand the goal of your life by hearing from elders that if you do this graduation, you will be getting this job. And if you do this work, you will be getting this result. You will understand. But to get that, what you have to do? You have to do the practice. Yes. So you have to do practice. Then that is explained in the Bhakti Sandarbha. That means if you want to achieve the Krishna who is there in the Goloka, original Krishna, then what you have to do? What you have to do? Tell me. What you have to do? Who will tell? Sundaran Prabhu, tell me.
Hare Krishna Bro, we need to practice bhakti under the guidance of a guru and with the help of scriptures.
Which kind of bhakti? Everyone do bhakti. I said, Jnani is also doing little bhakti. Yogi is also doing little bhakti.
Uttama Bhakti, pure devotion service, Anila devotion service.
I want specific answer. So yes, Prem will ask me, Preeti will ask me.
Raganuga Bhakti, following in the footsteps of the Ragatmika devotees in Gopal.
Yeah. So this Bhakti Sandarbha is dealing. Now your goal is realized different ways. Similarly, to realize that similar differently, what is the reason? Jnanis are practicing jnana and jnana sadhanas and doing little bhakti. So that's why they are realizing. And yogis are practicing the Ashtanga yoga and some bhakti amount is there in that. And that's why they are realizing Krishna as Paramatma. And bhaktas, they are doing the bhakti and that bhakti is also so pure devotion. So if you do the pure devotion, then you will be getting the Lord. But what kind pure devotion is once again two types. That is Vaidhi and Raganuga. What is Vaidhi Bhakti? What is Raganuga Bhakti? And what are the limbs of the Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? And why there is a difference? All these details are discussed in the Bhakti Sandarbha. That means you'll be seeing in this Bhakti Sandarbha, so all this process, and particularly, so the conclusion of this Bhakti Sandarbha is what? Raganuga Bhakti. And this Raganu Bhakti is part of what? Before entering into the Raganu Bhakti, one should do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. It explains this also, Vaidhi Bhakti also and Raganu Bhakti. But these two are what? Part of pure devotional service, Suddha Bhakti. So that's why it is going to discuss about pure devotion also. And pure devotion is different from the different devotions like Aropa Siddha Bhakti, Sangha Siddha Bhakti, and Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. Types of the Bhakti also discussed in this book. Types of Bhakti. And after learning these types of Bhakti, you'll be learning what is pure devotion. After learning the pure devotion, you'll be seeing what is Vaidhi Bhakti. After learning this Vaidhi Bhakti, then you'll understand what is Raganu Bhakti. And which is taking you so close to the absolute truth. That is nothing but Yasoda Nandan. So, and types of bhakti is being discussed, and bhakti is why it is different from the jnana and yoga. That is also being discussed. Jnanis they practice jnana, and yogis they practice yoga, and bhakti is different from these two. Of course, there is a little bhakti element is there in this, but so pure devotion is different from these two, and mixed devotion also is there, and pure devotion also is there. All these varieties are. That means different means to realize absolute truth differently is being discussed. But ultimately conclusion is what? Pure devotion. In that also is what? Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. On top of that what? Raganu Sadhana Bhakti. All these items also are being discussed. So that means this book is very practical. Very practical. That means which is where no other here and there. So Guma Firana aisa kuch nahi. Direct point to point. This is this, this is this, this is absolute truth. You realize like this, and these are all, this is this, and then this is the means. Then after that, how you will get the result. Prema is the word prayojana. So when you realize Krishna, it means as lover, then different rasas. That means in that also various rasas are there. And Jiva Goswami says the advanced rasas I am not going to discuss in this book. My Gurudev already discussed in the Ujjwal Nilamani, and there he refers to that. But in this Preeti Sandarbha, finally what? Preeti Sandarbha. This book, what it is doing? It is comparing it. It will show. That means what is the amount of pleasure is there in the Brahman realization? What is the amount of pleasure is there in the yogi realization, that means Paramatma realization. And on top of this, Bhagavan, so someone realized Bhagavan, and also that Bhagavan is realized into many, many ways, like Dasya Bhava and Dasyarati, otherwise Dasya Sakya Vatsalya and also Sumadhurya. And these are there in the Vaikuntha also. Vaikuntha Madhurya is not there, but so, and also Vatsalya, remaining two are there, Sakya and Dasya. If you go to the top lokas, then those are there. Like in the Dwaraka, all these four are there. But they are all mixed with what? Aishwarya Bhava. And if you come to the Golok Vrindavan, these four are there, but they are they are not tainted. They are not mixed with the Aishwarya Bhava. They are pure Madhurya. So pure Madhurya Bhava actually. So which is very sweet. If there is Aishwarya, then there is a kind of distance is there. If with whom you have respect, like you to your home, your teacher came, and to your home, your uncle came. There is a lot of difference between the reciprocation. Teacher means you'll be having some kind of Aishwarya Bhava. He is my controller. And some kind, because of his controllingship nature, you feel little bit distance from him. But when your close uncle came, then you will be so you will be dealing him so closely and also feeling more sweetness. Yes, yes, of course. So, like elder, that means I mean to say, so wherever there is some respect and is there, then automatically there is some kind of distance will be there. But wherever there is, but in the Golok Vrindavan, there is no such a Aishwarya. That means Krishna is our controller and we have to obey. We are obliged to follow him. So such a thing is not there. He is the Ishvara. Ishvara means is a controller. And we are all controlled by him. So these things are not there actually in Golok Vrindavan. So because of this, what will happen? The sweetness increases. So like Mother Yashoda, how he feeds, and Mother Devaki, how he feeds. Mother Devaki will make him to sit on the table and giving the hands, and then giving water to wash the hands, and then after that, so giving the some towel, and then after that making him to sit and putting so systematically, like a king how he served. In that way he will be served. But if you see in the Mother Yashoda, how she serves, nothing water, nothing. Just to make him to sit in her lap and just to feed him. And no achamana, no asan. Generally, we do Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. So that's why we first clean the place, then make the asan, then after that invite him, swagatam, then you'll make him to sit, then after that padyam and argyam you will be giving to wash the hands and legs. Then after that, you will give him the cloth, then after that, so you are putting everything and cleaning that with the mantras, then after that, so you are offering him to chanting the mantras to accept that. So much process. But Mother Yashoda, hey, Aja, come. And just while he is playing and bringing him and just a little bit washing hands and keeping. Otherwise, even he's just playing a small boy. He's crawling on the road, on the just on the house. What if he came while they are eating? If he come with to them, immediately they put in them out. They don't think that it is, oh, I already ate it. I should not. No, not like. This is the sweetness actually you see in Golok Vrindavan. This is the exchanges. That means the reciprocation of the Lord and his devotees is the extreme sweetness actually. That means extremely close. We are very fortunate by taking this human birth because we are able to understand this even in that reflection of those feelings are we can see in this material world. Especially on the material world means in the human form of life you can see. So that's why this life has to be utilized so nicely to get that ultimate goal. You can't see this kind of reciprocations in Swarga. There is very different in Swarga and also in the higher planets, in the material world. You don't see the reflection of that, the original reflection or the shadowness of the exchanges in the Golok Vrindavan. So we can easily understand that's why every Devata is also trying to become human being and practice bhakti and go back to the Godhead. So in this Priti Sandarbha, we will be learning these rasas, how they are manifesting. Like Sakya Rasa, Dasya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. So to make rasa, what you have to add the different components. That means when you do bhakti, you'll be getting the result. What is the result of doing bhakti? Getting the rasa. That's a prem ras. This is why the raganu sadhana bhaktis will lead to rasa, bhava. That's the beginning of the rasa is known as bhava. Even in the bhava stage, that's the beginning stage of prema ankuram is nothing but bhava. The rays of the sun is nothing but the bhava. And sun is prema. That means when the love is because of separation with the Lord, when the tivrata, that tapa is increased, in the deepest separation, that's love, in the stage of love, the heat is more. Feeling of, so heat is more. That means separation. That will make the heart so heated. And then that is compared, that's a prema stage compared with what? Sun. And bhava stage is compared with what? Rays of the sun. In the Bhakti Rasamrita we can see. So, this in the prema stage, that means intensified stage. So, of the bhava, if increased, then that is known as prema. In that, there are so many rasas are manifested. So, Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya, and Prem, Madhurya. And to make these rasas, there are the different components are there. Anubhava, Vibhava, Sanchari Bhava, Sthayi Bhava, all these. If you mix all these four into different proportions, are there different vibhavas? Then it will be manifesting the rasa. Okay, those varieties of the rasas are being discussed in the Priti Sandarbha. And what about Tattva Sandarbha then? One thing is missing. This Tattva Sandarbha is discussing about absolute truth in general. And also this Tattva Sandarbha is discussing pramana. To establish all these, so all these things, so you need to have, that means to define absolute truth in general, and to define absolute truth is nothing but Brahman, is Paramatma, is nothing but Krishna, and to reach him, bhakti is needed. And if do bhakti, then prema, rasas will come. So to discuss all this, you need to establish pramana, the right source of knowledge for all this. So that is this defined. That means pramanas are defined. In Paramatma Sundara, pramana also is defined. What is the pramana? You want to use it and establish all these things. Okay, thank you very much. Our time is over. So quickly, any question? 1 or 2? 2 minutes. Yes, Mataji. Please ask me.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for such a beautiful session. It was very clear.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, I have this question. I'm sorry if I'm jumping ahead, but since you had brought it up in the beginning of the session, I just wanted to get more clarification. When you spoke about Paramatma, you said Paramatma's interaction is with the Jiva and the Prakriti. So there is no
Maya.
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 Maya. So there is
Yes.
no need for Paramatma in the spiritual world. But then
Yes.
we also hear the statement from Paramatma Sandarbha saying that though the super soul is present in the spiritual world, he is predominantly present in the material world. Why is that statement like that? His presence.
Yeah. Yes. That is the first statement in the Paramatma Sandarbha. So because this is material world, this is spiritual world. In spiritual world, who is there? Bhagavan is there. And in the material world, so many Paramatma, and from him, so many avatars also come. All the avatars are manifesting in material world. So Paramatma is also there here. And predominantly is manifesting in Paramatma. That means Bhagavan is manifesting in the form of Paramatma in material world only, not in spiritual world. That means Bhagavan means 100 rupees. Paramatma means 20 rupees. So in 100 rupees, 20 rupees is there or not? Paramatmatvam, that means Paramatmaness is there in Bhagavan, but it is not manifesting there. That is manifesting in material world. That is the meaning. Hare Krishna. Jai Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, when we were discussing the different levels of destinations, like, Ayodhya and Goloka, so on. So those who worship Radha Krishna, right? But worship them with Aishwarya Bhav. Isn't there a place called Aishwarya Goloka where they would go?
No, they'll go to Dwaraka. Rupa Goswami says, if someone, so because they can't worship Radha Krishna in Aishwarya Bhav, first of all, because so they can't serve with the Aishwarya Bhava Radha Krishna. In the beginning, if they serve, but if they continue that, they'll become Pattamahishis. That means they'll become queens in Dwaraka.
Yeah, I know there's Dwarka, but I recently did hear, I don't know if it was maybe Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary or something. Somewhere there is mention of Aishwarya Goloka, as opposed to those who have, that cable.
I didn't hear.
Okay. I was just wondering if you heard. Okay, Prabhu, thank you.
So come on.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question was, you were mentioning the distance or the proximity or the intimacy of the sambandha or the relationship with Krishna. And my question is, like, what is the cause or the reason for this different level of realizations that devotees have?
Yes,
like some
why?
are okay.
Yes, why some are becoming the Gnanis, why some are becoming the Yogis, some are becoming the Aishwarya Bhaktas, some are becoming Madhuri Bhaktas. What is the cause to be differently like this? Yes, this is the question.
Yes, Prabhuji, is it because of their desire levels? But then is there
because of their association. So if Gnani come in association of the devotee, he can become by the mercy of the devotee. Like example, Sukadeva Goswami. Yes, by example, Sanat Kumaras association makes the difference. Even Gyanis also can become devotees.
So is that in one sense, I mean, would it be right to say it's some kind of an ignorance at that level? Would it be right to say like that?
Definitely, exactly. If someone is not able to worship Krishna and worshipping as Vaikuntha, so Vishnu, some extent of the unknowingness about the final manifestation. That is only the difference. But it's not defect. It's not defective. So Brahman relation is not a defective relation. Paramatma relation is not a defective relation. Someone is realizing Krishna as Vaikuntha Vishnu is also not defective. It is partial. It's not defective. So some kind of ignorance level is there. So that is ignorance means not knowing that. So unknowing the thing is known as ignorant. I am ignorant of this. It means I don't know about that. So these practitioners, they don't know. So then, based upon what it changes? Based upon the mercy of the pure devotees. We are so fortunate and we came in contact with such a devotee who will take to the final ultimate, that means realization. So that's why we should feel so happy and proud to be connected with this Srila Prabhupada. And this is today's Tirobhav,
Jai.
So we should feel gratitude, for him.
So, Prabhuji, in one sense, I mean, I know like this has been discussed quite a bit in Madhurya Kadambini and other places. So, Krishna sends the devotee, or how do we answer that, Prabhuji?
They have free will. Devotees have their own free will. Wherever they want to distribute, they can distribute their mercy. Nobody can question. Krishna also don't control that.
Okay. Jai.
That's why devotees are more merciful than the Krishna. That is Siddhartha, actually.
So beautifully you explained, Prabhuji. I mean, this is all beyond my, comprehension, but because of your mercy, trying to understand a few things. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, for everyone, for participating in this. Hare Krishna Mataji, Preeti Vilasini Mataji, thank you very much for giving this opportunity to associate such intelligent and very active students. I'm so happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Providing this kind of association. Hare Krishna. I'm taking leave.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It's so nice.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
devotees.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for participating and being on the call. We'll end the call here. Thank you, Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha, kripa sindhu devacha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo, namo namaha. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Glories to all the assembled devotees. Krishna Hare Krishna Ki Jai.
Jai.